In today's video, I'm going to be looking for low-end power forwards. The low end meaning cheap because that's all the Sixers got. They're not going to be spending money on someone like Santi Aldama. I think he's out of their price range, unfortunately. Remember to leave your suggestions in the comment section below. The first player is my favorite so far, Trey Lyles from the Sacramento Kings. He's listed at 6'9" and has a 7'1.5" wingspan. Over his Sacramento career, he shot 36% from 3 on 3.4 attempts per game, so he can stretch the floor. Another good thing about him is he's in his prime and he has a lot of experience. 29 years old to be exact. He's a coach's dream because he knows where to be at all times. He kind of reminds me of a Nick Batum variant, only 0.7 turnovers over his 4 years in Sacramento. Also has been averaging an assist per game, so he can make that extra pass. Just a quick decision maker that doesn't make too many mistakes. Also, last 2 seasons, above 1 offensive rebound per game. 4.6 rebounds overall. He's just been a really impactful player for them. So it turns out in the 2022-23 season, when they surprisingly made the playoffs, they had a plus 3.6 net rating with him on the court, a little better compared to when he was off the court. In the playoffs, he had a huge series versus the Golden State Warriors. I don't know if you guys remember, but he was playing the 5 position at times during that series, and he caught fire from 3, 118 minutes in that series, plus 8.3 net rating. They won his minutes by 20 points, and then without him, negative 35, negative 7.3 net rating. And then the next season, he was a plus 6.6 during the regular season in terms of net rating, and they were a negative 1 without him. This season was the only year where they had a negative net rating with him on the court, and to be honest, they just weren't a good team and they were awkward. I mean, Mike Brown got fired midway through the year. He's a power forward that has proven he can stay on the court at the highest level in the playoffs. He's been very durable throughout his career. 7 of the 10 seasons he's been in the NBA, he's played 70 games or more. And then you look at the other ones, 64, 63, 58. He's definitely not going to knock your socks off, but he's solid on both ends of the floor and reliable. Now let's go on to my second favorite power forward, Trendon Watford. I mean, he's 24 years old. Supposedly he's best friends with Tyrese Maxey. I mean, come on now. And he reminds me of a supersized KJ Martin. He's currently listed at 6'8". I think he's 6'9" personally, just looking at him. But I think it's because he has a 7'2" wingspan. That makes him look way taller. He's very skilled offensively. Surprisingly, he can do things off the dribble and drive the basketball and finish. And because of his size and athleticism, of course, he's a great play finisher as well. And he has the ability to make passes, 2.6 assists last season, pretty good for his role, only in 20 minutes. 1.9 turnovers, though, he would like to see that down. But 2 seasons ago, when he played 19 minutes, 2.1 assists per game, and only 1.1 turnover. Last season, in a tanking year, he also had a pretty positive impact for them. Their defense was way better with him on the court, 112.2 defensive rating. Then when he was off, 118. He has great size and length and versatility, can be a nice secondary rim protector. Has even spent some time at the center position over his career. And he actually played the center spot more than power forward in his first 2 seasons with Portland. With Brooklyn, he's really reverted back into a power forward. He also has the ability to stretch the floor from 2022 to 2024. Only 1 3-pointer per game, so low volume, but he was shooting 39% in both of those seasons. And then last season with Brooklyn, 2 attempts per game. He upped it a bit, and his percentage went down to 33%. So he's inconsistent, but he's capable of knocking down a 3 here and there. Now let's go to a younger player, 22-year-old Jabari Walker. Now, the thing about him, he's a restricted free agent, so it might be tougher to get him because Portland can just match our offer. But the thing is, he went from playing 23 minutes a night in 2024 to this season only playing 12.5 5 minutes per game. So it's like maybe he's not really in the plans moving forward for the Trailblazers. And they also got a logjam at that position. Jeremy Grant they still have. They had Deni Avdija, Tamani Kamara. So there might be a chance. And the appealing thing about him is definitely rebounding. When he got those minutes 2 seasons ago, 7.1 rebounds in 23 minutes. He averaged 2 offensive rebounds per game. He's a rebounding machine. Also averaged 8.9 points per game. The thing is, in that season, he only shot 29.5% from 3 on nearly 2 attempts per game. Now, this last season where he barely played, he shot better from 3, 38.9%. So as of now, he's been a guy who takes 3-pointers, but very inconsistent in that aspect. But hopefully, he continues his growth that we saw last season. Also seems durable, 56 games his rookie year, and mostly those were DMPs, not because he was injured. And then his second season, 72 games when he was actually in the rotation. And then 60 games last year, once again, not because of injury, but DMPs. Also 22 years old, he would add to the young core. Last thing I want to mention is he's listed at 6'9", but to me he looks like 6'10". Also has very long arms. They say just under 7-foot wingspan, but it looks like a 7-foot wingspan to me. Let's go back to a veteran, Larry Nance Jr. I'd be a big fan of this signing. He brings basketball IQ, a very good passer for his size, a lob threat. All of a sudden, he's been able to shoot the 3-ball. Last 2 seasons, shooting above 40%. With Atlanta this year in 24 games, 44% on 3.2 attempts per game. He's been averaging above 1 offensive rebound per game lately. Per 36, he's averaging 8 rebounds per game. So he can rebound the basketball for sure. And overall, as a play finisher, he's been elite. In 2023 with the Pelicans, he shot 63% from the 2-point region. The year before that, 65% from 2. Just a high IQ player who can be a great connector offensively and defensively. He can be versatile on the defensive end, get you some blocks here and there, and just defend multiple positions. Honestly, he's probably tied with Trendon Watford in terms of second place. The reason I have Trey Lyles number 1 with the players I mentioned is because I believe he has starting level potential because of his 3-point shooting, decision making, and versatility defensively. I think the other 3 players I mentioned in this video are going to be off the bench. I'm really hoping Daryl Morey and the Sixers end up signing not 1 but 2 power forwards. There's other players I haven't mentioned that I'm kind of interested in, like Chris Boucher from the Raptors, Jake LaRavia. However, I think he's out of our price range, and I think he'll have a competitive market. Also, I'm expecting Gershon to re-sign with the San Antonio Spurs, but it would be wonderful to get him back, and then they re-sign like a veteran, Larry Nance Jr. I also see him more as a small forward, and I'm sure I'm missing some, so leave your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all I got, though. Remember to leave a like and subscribe. Check out my other videos, and most importantly, have yourself a great day, and peace out.